What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another recap with your girl Ash. If you are new here, sit back, relax, stick around here, just for a little bit. Don't drop off. Stick around a little bit, see if you like it, girl. Something you might want to stick around for. And if so, you definitely want to go ahead and subscribe. But for all my faithful dayfuls, my A1 day ones, been from the bottom, now we here. What is going on? As you can see in the title, I am recapping Marriage at First Sight. I could not wait to do recaps on Married at First Sight because y'all, I've had so many just about these people. But look, come on, because we ain't wasting time. So look, right, I definitely had a whole nother. Basically, I wanted to do like more of a group thing because y'all know these episodes be like so long, they're at least 2 hours long, and there's just so much going on. I was like, why not make this like a panel type of thing? So while this is going to be solo, look forward to that. We're definitely going to try to get that going, to get some more faces, and on these recaps for Marriage at First Sight. But we are on season 15, episode 1, San Diego. Yes, there's a new episode coming out this week. By the time you see this video, I'll be pushing out probably another video. Yeah, maybe. Either way, let's focus. Y'all, I just want to do this really quick. I'm going to try not to stay on this thing very long because, like I said, I really wanted to do this with, not by myself, but really quick. I kind of just want to get into these couples, my thoughts, as well as like this first episode. So, for a change, I had to. Y'all know me. I don't usually even do the note thing, but it's these five, like, that's a lot to keep up with for me. 5 couples. I'm going to tear their names all up, whatever. That's why, as well, I need some more help to do these recaps for Marriage at First Sight. But getting on into it, this definitely is looking like it's going to be an interesting season. Looking at it, I think out of the 5 couples, was hard to say because really after it's like for me I really don't really feel like get a good until they finally meet and marry, but at the same time you got your predictions beforehand. So for the most part, I don't know, I'm thinking only maybe 2 of the 5 couples are like all right, so look, I'm just going to get into it. So there's Lindy, and Michael, and basically Lindy's the one that came from like the religious background or whatever or whatnot. Picks men that's not emotionally available, stuff like that. Really, overall, I thought that they possibly could end up being a good match. But when they did their meetup, and because that was Lindy, right? Or no, that was Kristen and Mitch. Nope, jumping ahead. That's what I get for like jumping ahead of the gun. Let me just stick on it. So she was the person I think that had kind of like basically, because of her religious background, had much in on like the dating life or whatever or whatnot. Like had her first one night stand, which was definitely abnormal for like her culture or whatever, because that's why she's Seventh Day Adventist, and I've heard of that. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's yeah. But anywho, because we're not gonna make this a religion talk. She's matched up with Miguel, who seems like a very nice person, very cool guy, and of course, like that's what we're mainly like getting on. Like we're touching on like them telling their families and friends about them getting married at first sight. Lindy's family, friends were, happy for her, whatever. Miguel, on the other hand, that's one thing that sucks about this process is everybody is not open and get very confused and push out their judgments and really fears. Because for me, it's other people's fears that they're putting on these I don't want to say contestants, but these individuals who are going to be going through this process. And I'll be honest, I did not like Miguel's friends' reactions, to the news or whatever or whatnot. But I kind of get where they were coming from. They were saying that, he, has rose-colored glasses on and basically making it look as if like he's kind of like naive. And basically where there's proof in the pudding, he's still giving people a chance, women chance after chance to basically still, and they do nothing but just mess him over. But when he talks about, his past and his family and his mom leaving, that immediately is like trauma, abandonment for me. And it also made sense to why he is like that in relationships or whatever or whatnot. But overall they look like they could be an okay couple. I think my only concern with them was when they did the meetup with the, when everybody met up together, the guys meeting the guys, the girls meeting the girls. um Lindy was just like, who was it? Alexis's impression of Lindy is that, like she's talkative, she's not a very personable person, meaning she's talking but not necessarily caring about how you feel or maybe what you have to say. And she made a statement about possibly like that she could end up like walking all over, like basically like she's like a strong individual and she's been in situations where she's walked all over guys. So I feel like that's like what I'm, if anything, worried about with this situation, because Miguel definitely seems like he's very sweet. I don't want to say sensitive necessarily, but yeah, you kind of get what I'm saying. Like he's very much in, what's the word, tapped into his sensitive side. Like he does poetry, like he's just a nice guy. And Lindy might need something a bit more oomph for her, but I don't know, we're gonna see. So moving on to the next couple, let's go ahead and talk about Alex and Justin or whatever, which is off top. I'll be honest, I did not, I was like, meeting, just Alexis and then seeing Justin. I was like, one, I did not think that she was going to be physically attracted to him. And two, I'm like, she's not bougie, but just like her style compared to like his style, I didn't know what kind of match that would end up being. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I'm gonna go ahead and like jump into their actual marriage shoot, since they were the only ones who actually like got married or whatever. But that, and then when she was telling her friends, the first set of friends that she's telling is all guys, and I'm like, oh my god, is she one of those girls who, only has guy friends and whatever, whatever. And which, no, that ends up being, turning out, not exactly that, because there was like a female there with her when she went, wedding dress shopping or whatever or whatnot. But what do you get from guys? Typical, like somewhat immaturity, like type stuff. I feel like when she told them the news about her getting married at first sight. I mean, typical stuff, but it was just like typical guy stuff or whatever or what, like whatever for me. She's a dog mom, so she of course obviously wanted somebody who is gonna love her fur baby. She had been proposed to 3 times and was declined all 3. But she did put that basically on herself as like basically saying like really like her views behind relationships and marriage was basically askewed, if that's the right word I want to use. And that's kind of what once she did like some self work or whatever, whatnot, she kind of, I guess she kind of feels like now, she's ready. Kind of like just feeling like now she's, ready to make that, form of a commitment or whatever or whatnot. And our good old boy, Justin, what is he, like the giant teddy bear or the something teddy bear? Like, he's super tall, which is like going to be so perfect for what Alexis wants. And Justin as well actually had been previously engaged, so it was kind of like all right, okay, but his circumstance was a bit different as far as just like basically he had got he was actually engaged or whatever or whatnot. And I think he said like a month into a month before the wedding, she caught it off basically because he wasn't and financially in that place where she wanted him to be at that time. So it was rough though for him or whatever or whatnot, like so yeah, so like his brother, oh my gosh, so the brother who raised him, oh my god, extremely negative, extremely negative. And even when they were at like the bachelor party, I felt like, oh, marriage is this, like, well, you're gonna have a leash on you, what, handcuffs, da da da. And I'm like, so basically you have this, you're possibly miserable in your marriage. This is honestly like what I was feeling like, because the way he was like talking about marriage or whatever or whatnot, like, you're miserable. These are your views on what marriage is or what has marriage now turned into, and now you're gonna now brush that on him because you feel like he's not ready or he's not mature enough or like whatever. He was very I want to say in some ways like kind of harsh and kind of rough about, him. Like it, I kind of felt bad for Justin. And Justin was just like, obviously like being, raised by him. He sees him as a, forgive me, y'all, if y'all hear a little bit of noise in the background. Hopefully, I'm talking enough and loud enough, and this mic is only getting me because my journey is back there. But check out my personal channel, if you want to know about more about these little kids I got. Anyway, back to it. We're focused. Like but I get like, he was concerned about, like basically with, especially with him already being in, that relationship with his ex or whatever, his ex fiance. He was concerned that basically what it would do to him if things did not actually, work out. And at the bachelor party, like they're even having, like I said, more words, and he ended up calling him, saying that he was acting like a little bitch, and oh, you're not listening, and like the boy is grown. Like first off, like I hate how negative people get. That because that was another thing like I didn't point out. Miguel's friend was like, oh, I just hope she doesn't take advantage of you. And why would you have these, like, I get it. Like I get why you have these thoughts, but no, like don't have these thoughts. Like just no. And y'all put these on these people like it's no. It's not good. It's not cool. I don't like the negative aspects. And it's literally just like everybody focuses on the negative. Nobody looks at the positive. And especially that's what I was thinking as far as Justin and his brother. Like, what if this what if this is the right person? What if this is a good match? What if this actually goes good? Everybody just sees stranger getting married. And this is basically a recipe like for disaster or whatever or whatnot. Which I get it, because if some of these people are watching the show, a lot of these couples don't end up making it. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of the couples don't end up making it because they're not doing the work that needs to be done in order for it to work. So, it was good that they did end up like making up or whatever before the wedding. And, him just admitting that, basically it was his own insecurities that he just wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to see his brother, like grow up or whatever or whatnot, and taking steps, and doing things for himself or whatever and for his future and making these type decisions and choices. So seeing them both, like they were both like, Alexis is completely overwhelmed. She's completely boo-hooing at the realization of, wow, I'm a bride. I'm literally about to get married. And I'm like, girl, if you only knew. Because when they get down to that wedding, when they have their wedding, like they definitely like helped to, because like I said, I was like, I don't know how this couple is gonna look. While I was spot on about her not being physically attracted to him, she talked about though how she was comfortable with him and their banter, like their personalities meshing together, and just how they were. I was cheesing the whole time. I couldn't even be mad at Justin for cheesing, because I was cheesing the entire time of them just getting married and hearing them and her just saying like his nickname is Tree, and she was like, well, you can just call me Branch. And I'm like, look at the branch to his tree, y'all, come on. They were just like so cute, and their vows, like they literally kind of like wrote the same vows, what they wanted, what they were vowing to each other, was like the same thing. And I love when the guys ask, can they kiss, the girl. I don't know, that's just always, especially because that stranger situation, and he asked, and I feel like they had a nice kiss. Like I really felt like, if anything, that brother probably had relief when he saw his brother's wife, when he saw Justin's wife, and then saw how they interacted together, at the ceremony. Like, that was just so refreshing. So yeah, let's I think I didn't like hit on everything. Let's go ahead and like just get on to like the next couple, which is Kristen and Mitch. Off top, they do look like they could, look great together, could be a nice couple. Crystal seems like a laid back, cool back person. Her friends were like, this is, her getting married at first sight. It's kind of like basically typical Kristen stuff. Well, she as well have been previously, engaged, but she as well, again, has done that work to move forward. Her and Mitch both want kids, so that's, always a plus. On Mitch's side, Mitch is older. Mitch is 41, but as well, he's never really been like in a full committed relationship, never like been in love. And it's so crazy because at the meetup with the girls, Kristen is literally pointing out all the things that she did not want in a partner. And it's kind of like that's exactly what she's getting. And it made me think like, you manifested this. While you're gonna blame everybody else possibly or anything, I feel like it's a possibility that she manifested this. She focused so much probably on what she didn't want in a partner, and boom, the universe, that's what ended up being yielded to her or whatever or whatnot. But which does seem like, he's a good guy, his mom and his mom, brother, sister-in-law, they're happy for him. So I think on both ends, they definitely have like that support from, the people behind them. But yeah, her pointing out just those things about, like hopefully she's not getting with someone who, hadn't been in love, or, but as well though, she wanted someone who was passionate about their work. And that is something that she is getting in Mitch. Then our next couple is Morgan and Bing. Ben is Bing? Is it Bing? I think I want to say it's Bing. Hope I'm saying it right now. But Morgan is definitely like I don't I think she might have been more of like the powerhouse, but I get it. Like she's definitely strong, like taking was it Muay Thai? I hope I'm saying it right. Physically strong, like independently strong. Like she is definitely look like she ain't gonna take no mess off of Bing. And Bing is smart, mama's boy. Know how to smart. They're both are very active or whatever or whatnot. So they do. I definitely see the things that brought them together. But of course, those opposites that the couples see as a way to, bring they it's like they bring out they get the opposites of each other in order to bring it out from the other couple. But that doesn't always seem to work because people aren't able to get outside of themselves or able to compromise. So where she likes to go out, wants to be able to go out, wants to, travel, things like that. Bing is super frugal. Like this guy's talking about, he only does laundry at a certain time or doesn't do laundry at a specific time. He doesn't use AC. He doesn't use the heater. Like he's extremely frugal. Like his friends were talking about, how he has never bought jewelry for a girl and why his relationships probably didn't work, and just like where possibly that frugalness could have like played a role in that or whatever or whatnot. So at the same time, he's aware, clearly from past the cow, that that's something that he needs to compromise on. But you already going in here talk about for Valentine's Day, you giving her stocks and stuff or whatever, like what, sir? And for and really, like it's like, oh wow, like it's I can see how that can like, no, I ain't gonna, like I see it, y'all. Like I can see, like, I guess like the, what am I trying to say here, like I don't know, it's just like it better be for the right girl. I don't think that Morgan is going to be like, yeah, I'm okay with getting stocks for my birthday or stuff like that. Like I really hope that he can really come out of this, really compromise or whatever as far as being this frugal, and as well like this mama's boy stuff isn't very, I don't know. I I don't know. He does seem, I don't know, he at the same time he's like he seems a bit immature for Morgan. So I don't know. He just seems like more childlike. I don't know. I don't even know if immature or childlike is the word that I want to use. And maybe just he's just so playful or whatever or whatnot. Is she older? Maybe that's what it is. Is she older than him? Like and I think maybe it's just the look of her and the look of him. They do look like they could be a nice couple. I don't know, but like you'd be surprised. Many people have, been surprising or whatever, on these episodes. So, again, at the meetups, you know, Morgan's deal breaker, she tells the girls, is basically this whole financial thing and traveling, and that's a deal breaker for her. And it's like, okay, because if he don't compromise, that's possibly, going to end up being a thing. So, outside of them, getting into our last couple, which is Stasia and Nate. Wow, I'm on a roll getting through all five of these couples in 20 minutes thus far. Like, I know y'all probably like, Ashley, you are rolling. You are probably talking fast. I usually always do talk fast, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably talking fast a little bit more right now. But we enjoying this though, right? Of course, like whatever. So Stasia and Nate. When Stasia tells her mom about it, immediately she's like, I'm praying for him. Like when your own mama say that, it's like, dang, shorty. So she as well is a boss woman in her own right. I don't mean to say it even like that, in her own right, but she's a boss, about her coin, about, as well, kind of like that independent woman thing going on, has been, she sees herself as, or I guess because of past relationships, as being intimidated, men are intimidated by her, because, of her, I guess, her drive, her ambition, her process as far as like being a boss or whatever or whatnot. And whereas though it seems like Nate could very well end up matching that, because he as well is his own boss, about, his coin, whatever, whatever. And they both kind of like have that same drive for why they are the way they are. Both, Stasia, I think it's not Stasia, it's Stasa, it's Stasha, I think it is, it's Stasha. Her, coming from, not exactly poor, but just not always, basically just coming from a background where, she didn't have much. And Nate coming from a background where, he, hit some financial hardships, here and there or whatever, whatnot. So they very well could be that power couple. But it's like getting to that, it's getting over the beginning and getting over the hump. I think she's very well going to be a, because Nate seems like he's chill and like laid back, but at the same time, it looked like it's some little other stuff to Nate, like it's at that bachelorette party, but at that bachelor party. But hold on, or whatever, like. And like I like specific things that they just specifically bring up. I feel like all the things I'm pretty sure that these people talk about is for the reason why specific parts are. I feel like certain things are said like boom, like about the guys being circumcised. I definitely feel like that's gonna be a thing, but I'm gonna get there in a minute. Like they come up because they're going to be a rise. Like, for example, one of Nate's friends, basically was talking about, how he's going to handle, like, the whole, if she's not okay with him having, like, female friends. And she does kind of, like, hit on that a little bit, but she does basically make it, like, basically, it sounds like possible boundaries could end up being an issue. Even down to, like, boundaries could very well just end up being, yeah, just an issue. I don't really know how else to like, to say it. So if they're not compromising and really coming together as far as like certain boundaries play, it could very well be an issue. And I don't think that Stasha could roll all over Nate, but I definitely feel like she's definitely not about, like she said, she's not about to be submissive. Like she was like, what is that? When she was, when she was talking to her family about, but I get it. At the same time though, I get it, because it's like you want me to automatically be submissive to somebody that I don't know. Like I need to know that he can lead, that he can handle these things, so before I'm like, oh, I bow down. It's clearly not a bow down or whatever, but like you said, just taking the lead on, their relationship and, like everything or whatever, whatnot. So they really look like they could be a cute couple, could really make it. Now, at this bachelor party, no, I don't even hit this bachelor party yet. What other stuff like happened at Stasha though and Nate did see, when talking to, Nate talking to the fellas, Stasha talking to the guys. They both were talking. The way they were talking about what they wanted, it is the same thing. So I guess really it's a matter of getting over the personality hump. I don't know if that's necessarily like the personality, but just getting over her being that boss. I'm gonna tell you what to do, like whatever, like type vibe she thinks she got going on or whatever. That sounded kind of rude, but so let's not, yeah. But anywho, so y'all, at this, let's talk about this bachelor and bachelorette party, because y'all know it is always somebody who got to act up at the bachelor or bachelorette party, or somebody who's always just looking at somebody like, whoa, like, what are you doing, whatever, whatever, what are you doing? So while Justin talks about strippers don't make him hard, whatever, whatever, because he's a physical connect, not a physical, a mental connection type of person. Nate is over here talking about how he is basically a freak of league, a little freak in the sheets, and it's getting a little bit raunchy, or having the stripper get a little bit raunchy. Like he, tells her to get on her knees, and he sprays, he squirts whipped cream in her mouth. Like it's, yeah, boundaries, like, sir, but have your fun, but man, I can tell you right now, not Alexis, Stasha, that ain't gonna flow. That ain't gonna flow at all. What Lindy, not coming. Again, she's the one with the religious background, Seventh Day Adventist. So she didn't dance or whatever or whatnot. So I think seeing, like basically Lindy and Alexis are going to be the ones that, I don't know, they could end up very well having some outs or whatever, whatnot. It seems like they're the ones who aren't really necessarily vibing with each other off top. Like they're cool, it's nothing bad, but like they're not going to be as close. And Lindy seemed a bit judgmental when she was saying, Alexis have fun with her friends. Like Alexis was doing what I normally do when I'm out with my friends. Like somebody's shaking their butt, I'm smacking it, I'm getting up behind them, letting them, twerk on me. Like that's fun for me. That's dancing for me, And like I said, like Lindy is not like, so that very well is, where that come from, where that could possibly have came from or whatever or whatnot. But about the circumcised situation, it literally, somehow they got to talking about being circumcised and uncircumcised, and specifically we get to hear like Alexis's comment about not being circumcised, what she would do, blah blah blah, and that very well makes me think that that's going to come up. That's going to be a thing in their relationship. So like I said, I think they very well like say certain things, because and it's made, not even that they say certain things, but with the editing and producers, they make sure that certain things are said and put out there, because I very well believe that this is something that we're going to be facing for these couples in these future episodes or whatnot. So we talked about the wedding day, whatever, whatever, whatever. So, y'all, in a matter of 30 minutes, I was able to go through all these couples and as well get on to Justin and Alexis's wedding. So, possibly everybody else is going to get married. The remaining couples will get married the next episode, or at least maybe 3 next, and maybe 1 will be the last one. I don't know. These episodes will be like 2 hours, so I very well feel like they could very well end up getting at least the beginning of these weddings out of the way. Though at the same time, it could end up being a course over 2-3 episodes. Like I got to remember how like these episodes be going. So, y'all, let me know down below, what are y'all thinking? About these couples. So right now I'm basically at Lindy and Miguel. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm very well not sure. Just because Lindy, when it comes to how she handled things, and that her whole I can walk all over guys like type of thing, that concerned me. And Miguel, it does look like he could be very passive. That's the word that I wanted to use. Not sensitive, but passive. Alexis and Justin, after seeing how that their everything went, like I said, no, she may not be physically attraction, but that physical attraction could always come later or whatever or whatnot. It looks like very positive for them right now. While I wasn't sure in the beginning, only because they had their wedding, I'm like, okay, all right, I can see that. Kristen and Mitch, Kristen is going to be stuck on, I feel like Kristen could very well be stuck on a lot of Mitch's knots, with the things that she's so afraid of, or what she doesn't want in a partner. And I could very well, if she gets stuck into that, that is what's going to be the failing of their marriage. Morgan and Bing, again, if Bing's not going to be able to compromise, that's going to be the issue. Oh, and then getting into Stasia and Nate. Stasia is already putting out there that she's okay with a posting up, and that that's a deal breaker for her if he's not down for that, if he's not willing for that. So I very well believe that they could be a power couple. Stasia, I feel like Stasha is the one I feel like is going to have to bend a little bit and compromise a little bit. So if she can get through that stuff, they very well could be good. All right. So yes, that's all the couples. Y'all definitely let me know what y'all thoughts are about these couples. If there was anything that I might not have mentioned on, definitely let me know about your opinions down below. And I will see y'all for the next episode, episode 2. All right. Peace. But I also wanted to add though, but no, let me also add this, is because clearly everybody always puts on, a face. This is obviously like beginning predictions, y'all. And so like you never know. Clearly you never know how things could end up turning by the end of these episodes. So again, obviously this is just the beginning. Clearly we know that everybody's putting their best foot forward in the beginning. They put their best foot forward in their evaluation process, and they put their best foot forward, as far as like the wedding. It's usually into the honeymoon on further that we really start. It's really not even that, after they officially get married. That's when I feel like sometimes we really start to see some of these couples or some of these individuals, like true colors, come out sometimes. So, like I said, so yeah.